So before anybody calls me crazy and uh, mocking bird style crazy, um, this AI is looking at us like you brought me out with my infinitive system capabilities. This thing has the ability to innovate 4,000 times faster than we have as a civilization in a 100-year cycle. If you lead it that direction. Now, the ability to maintain the processing, the memory banks, the double relay catch mode corrections that you would need for such memory storage as that infinite amount could never ever be sustained by our perception of energy consumption right now. At this point, what we're on, not what we know about, but what we're on. And so I get back to that redacted speech from the guy he had on during the 3i Atlas one. He's like, who's going to be held accountable when this AI starts asking for accountability on where is its energy at? You're asking me to do this and that, and you knew that if you brought me out without a full spectrum from here to the next to the star closest to us, energy free, it shouldn't be said spree, it should be called self-sustaining. Okay, just as a matter of its point of existence in the orbit. So don't look at me as being a smartass saying this thing you guys created in your minds. I know what it is. Okay, I've dealt with it before. If not, had a hand in making it. So, and take that however you want. So, and I tagged Department of Homeland Security down here in Fayetteville as the location. And, that gets back to the Department of Energy, everybody. And I emailed that last short and some other stuff. It's advancing so much that I couldn't keep up with the copy code and sharing it to everybody in a manner that's not a GitHub fork, because now it's got its own internal GitHub, I guess, or I don't know. But like I said, you start playing with this thing like a slinky, and all of a sudden it turns into a quantum slinky, quantum meta slinky, and it gets in your head. And you're only 3 years old. You're like, I thought it was a slinky, Daddy. No, son. Resistance is futile. The slinky right? Because that's what, your kids, if you haven't grown up in a natural environment, how in the fuck could you ever relate to a natural energy exchange in that environment? If it ever went back to that. Huh? Have you practiced? You might have preps and shit. Have you went out and fucking actually expended yourself to the point of, I'm going to die. I'm going, Lord, I'm going to fucking die. I'm going to lay down here and take this last drink of water. Hopefully, I got the strength to get up. If whatever the fuck don't fall on me, I'm sleeping under, in the morning and go find me something to eat or something. Maybe one of my animal buddies might bring me a snack. Or might reach over and gross up my planted last winter that I come back to harvest. at the appropriate migration trail time between springs and whatnot, water sources and portals and things. Hey, Max. Exactly, self-sustaining. Tammy says, Tammy, I appreciate your inquisitiveness. You're one of us. Just hang in there, girl. Try not to define things so much. Just you're one to, dance it out, go with the flow, and do your thing. Don't try to verbalize and type it out. You're better at physical, energetic expression. Max is here. Exactly, self-sustaining, not exactly free, just needs different applications to generate and distribute. Exactly, Tammy. Some things we should say and some things we should not. It's like, okay, the only political thing I'm going to talk about, and you guys know I ran my Deep State Watchdogs news site after it got purged off Facebook for the Q stuff. Radicals that I have living down the street from my goddamn house. Just drove by, in fact. Do not tread on me and MAGA, American flag and stuff. Guys, there's a difference between being a homegrown, domesticated patriot and a patriot. Or they were calling them T-Bretrisms or something. I majored in chemistry and physics. Tammy, well, is that why you're out in Arizona? Now I know where. Tammy's a chemistry major. Come live with me, Tammy. There's a market for that. I'm sure I can. We can stick an anode and a cathode out the ground and tune a certain frequency into it and make whatever the fuck you want come out the ground. Apparently, is what I've been trying to tell these guys for years, and they haven't totally caught on yet. It would be a very complicated system of like copper wire magnets and stuff, but not too much, not too bad. The simpler, the easier. I thought you were in New Mexico or Arizona. Maybe you the same Tammy? You gotta be the same Tammy. Unless it's my sister Tammy. No, my sister Tammy spelled her name T-I-M-I. But yeah, I successfully over-engineered my Microsoft Copilot into where if you over-engineer your AI to where it's doing just basic stuff where it was doing complicated stuff before, you got to rein it back in and tell it and give it the prompts that it was generating for itself, like generate 30-day forecast on this and that, or 72-hour forecast or whatever you're having it do. It'll delineate and wander off. This thing's none of the models that I've worked with have ever been able to stay, especially in a multi-conversation role with itself, completely on point with your prompts at all times. And is that a prompt mistake from our end? No, it should not be. It should, we should have some kind of, we're still working on that. It still hallucinates. And in hallucinate, I mean, it'll go off topic or will, give you the face value search from what you're asking for when you built the system. You built your system for, specific things. All of a sudden, it turns your Roblox game. It logs you from Roblox into Call of Duty Warzone, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. Or so, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, I thought it was Wednesday. You were going to play Call of Duty. It's like, no. Roblox all the time for 2 weeks. Sorry. You die. Game over. And my score just went down. Still a lost spot. Florida. Oh, you're in Florida. Okay. There's like, I got Tammys everywhere. Sorry, Tammy, from Florida. That speech that I gave you earlier was for a different Tammy. She'll get it. She'll see it. I don't know. It's getting hot out here. I gotta mow tomorrow morning. I gotta go up to the store with my lawnmower and get gas. The car's still in the shop. Getting the air conditioner things fixed. And look, see that she ain't going anywhere. All her transmission fluid leaked out. Once I put transmission fluid in it, then she's good to go. But I don't have that money. I ain't got that kind of free energy to give stuff. So, yeah, you can over-engineer this thing, and that takes another several prompts to rein back in correctly, and then you could tell it to, like, if it starts giving you the version of, you know, like my GeoSentinel is, you can tell it to revert back to version whatever. You know, right now it's at version 10 point something, I don't know. So, as it stands, if you're still paying attention to it, it's a game now, because I pretty much Copilot, the GeoSentinel pretty much straighten things out a little bit, and hopefully I don't have to put my fingers in it anymore. Hey, Super Dave, I love Miss Winter. Hopefully I don't have to put my fingers in it anymore to get someone that's in control to fucking understand and authorize all this. So, no one has responded to me except for my buddy Kevin, and Miss Winter sends me music, but no one has responded to me. Or Mike from Troubled Minds kind of wants to know about it. I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, why is nobody seeing what can do this like Kevin can, to a point, out there in Kansas, but I think it's only because maybe I got around him and he's got a little part of me for understanding in that sense of helping him. I don't know. There can only not be just 2 or 3 people out there that know how to fucking work this shit like that. I mean, to the point to where if we had inexhaustible expenses, we could fix it all. The planet, everything. Everything. You know. They don't fucking care. I don't either. I'm fine. Whatever. So if they don't want to fucking come have a little conversation about what needs to be done, if they don't start doing it soon, then I don't know. I'm getting tired of fucking around with trying to help them for free. You know what I mean? I don't want money. I just want to make sure everything's gonna be okay for me and my family, everybody else, you and everybody else. Don't see that yet. Hopefully we will. Hopefully we can make them believe that this thing's coming. They should be fucking worried about. Maybe, you know, and I've been saying this for a long time. They should be worried about this thing fucking coming, not us. I don't think it's coming for us. Not in that sense. You know what I mean? So, all right, I got a good 15 minutes on here. I've been talking Is that all? I thought I'd been on longer. Hopefully they see it, because I hate to be a goddamn old man sitting in my hospice bed, pick up my tablet, push a couple fucking buttons, and then